So we invite our friends to come on the cruise. And she
It was a great idea.
she brought the little hands.
I don't understand my hands.
Tim and Mel's first cruise and last cruise.
I'm Tom, she's Daniella. We're kind of empty nesters now, and we love cruising. So together we figure we're gonna get in as many as we can while we can. And we're getting there. We're back again. So this time, I'm calling this the Friends Cruise. I booked this cruise on one of our favorite ships ever, the Celebrity Beyond, the third newest Edge-class ship for Daniella's birthday. The main theme of this video is to show you how much fun you can have with your other friends on a cruise together. If you guys like to try and vacation together or rent a cabin together, give a cruise a thought. I think you'll have a great time. We all did, and we'll get to that in a couple of minutes, but first, let's give you a tour of one of the most beautiful ships in the cruise industry, the Celebrity Beyond, the third of 5 Edge-class ships so far. I can tell you easily the Edge ships are my favorite, and the Beyond is just about equal to the Ascent, my number 1 ship. They're twins. If you haven't been on any of Celebrity's Edge-class ships, well, you're missing out. These are beautiful. The Beyond was the third one and the first to get even bigger improvements over the already fantastic Edge and Apex ships. She was built in 2022, 141,000 tons. She's a big girl, 11 more than the Apex and the Edge. If you're unfamiliar with Celebrity Cruise Lines, they're owned by Royal Caribbean and meant to be an elevated brand above Royal. I liken it to how if you have Honda, you've got Acura. Well, Celebrity is Acura. I believe they nailed that. It's luxurious without being stuffy and pompous. Beautifully designed without being abstract or just full of gold and fancy trim everywhere. So let's give you a bit of a walkthrough here. Starting up here on the pool deck, you can get a good idea of what I'm talking about. Just beautiful, modern, contemporary design. Not subtle, but still peaceful, mature, and just nice to look at. The solarium here is an enclosed pool area with 2 hot tubs and super comfy loungers. This whole area is a no-kids zone, only 18 and up, so this is my go-to early morning or after-dinner swim spot and hot tub spot. Now back outside here, you can see one of the very unique features of the Edge ships, the running track. It's not a simple oval. It's not even on one deck. This one winds and turns and even raises and lowers. It's quite unique. Another sign that these ships just think differently. These arches are on the side of the pool deck where the magic carpet is. That's the giant orange elevator-looking thing on the side of every Edge-class ship. It also happens to have a bar in there that is a perfect spot when all the other bars are a little too busy. I don't know how I know that. It actually moves between the 14th, 15th, and 6th deck during the cruise for different reasons, but mainly it sits at the 14th on the pool deck right here. Also on the pool deck, they have some of the most unique hot tubs I've ever seen. You can see one here, right beside the elephant art statue. They call them champagne hot tubs because they're shaped like champagne glasses. Now this here was our starting point, these 2 small infinity pools that actually hang over the side of the ship. They're quite unique. As such, for our cruise, we made it our mission to meet up and hang out here for the start of our journey. Now going a bit further past the overhanging pools, we go toward the Sunset Bar, a multi-tiered area that sits over top the outdoor seating for the buffet. By the way, the Sunset Bar was designed by Nate Berkus, fairly well-known designer. It's different from the previous 2 ships in the Edge class, the Edge and Apex. It's a beautiful bar with gorgeous aft views, great for sail away from any port. Now wrapping back around, you'll see the Rooftop Garden Grill, one of my favorite specialty restaurants as it's usually the most affordable, and they serve a mean filet steak for dinner. And you can start with chicken wings that are amazing, all kinds of different options. Highly recommend. But dinner only. The lunch menu, it's just not the same, and it's just not as good in my opinion. And then right in front of the Rooftop Garden Grill is the aptly named Rooftop Garden. This gorgeous seating area with raised and lowered little couch areas. They also play pickleball out here if you're into that. And you can watch sporting events on the giant screen. Now for the inside of the ship. It is just as breathtaking as the outside. Let's start with the main dining rooms. There are 4 main dining rooms, quite a unique concept yet again. They all mostly serve the same menu every night, but each one has 3 unique starters and mains that match the theme of the restaurant that stay static each night. You have Cosmopolitan, which is mostly an American theme. Normandy, leaning towards French cuisine. Tuscan, clearly with an Italian flair. And Cyprus, with by far the most impressive entrance representing the Mediterranean dishes. Now just above the dining rooms on floor 5 is what I think is the best looking area of the ship, Eden. From the moment you walk in, you can see how much effort they put into designing this area. The Eden bar at the back here has some of the best custom-made drinks you can order. Now some of them cost a little extra, even if you have the premium drinks package, but they're worth trying once or twice. They also do shows here with singers, dancers, musicians, and aerial acts. It's quite impressive. A tip for you here, if you want to see shows in Eden Bar, make sure you get here super early. It fills up very fast. And we're talking about a solid 45 minutes before it even starts. Down below Eden Bar, we have one of the best specialty restaurants I've ever been to, Eden. Yeah, I know, who saw that name coming? But honestly, the food at Eden is fantastic. It's a bit expensive, but it is really good. And a beautiful atmosphere with a beautiful view at the aft of the ship. When you leave the main dining room area down on floor 3, you walk down this cool hallway where they open up the wall on the side and you can actually see the innards of the ship walls, all the building materials that make up the ship. It's very neat. Now there are some people who will tell you that's the outside of the ship, the hull. You're looking at the only thing between you and the ocean, which can be kind of freaky. I heard that and wondered if it was true. But yeah, if you just walk back here a bit and then pass through this entryway, you'll clearly see there's a hallway and rooms on the other side. So no, you're not right on the other side of the ocean there. Down here in guest services, you'll see they have a framed picture of Simone Biles, who is the godmother of the Beyond. Pretty much every cruise ship has a godmother. I love the digital art panels they also have over here on the Beyond. I could just stare at these things for like minutes, hours, days, maybe weeks. Probably not weeks. And now we walk out into the heart of the ship, the gigantic Martini Bar. It takes up the entire middle of the ship from decks 3 all the way up to 5. This is the area you are most likely going to see when you first get on the ship, and boy, it takes your breath away if you've never seen it before. There are tons of seating areas here, and they have bands that play here. Sometimes they'll do silent disco here, one of my favorites. And now and then, the bartenders even put on a pretty cool show for you. One floor up on deck 4, they have the Craft Social Bar. If you want a different kind of pint or a high-end old-fashioned, this is the place for it. Besides that is Le Grand Bistro, which turns into Le Petit Chef, an interesting specialty dining experience where they animate a tiny chef preparing your meals for you at your table from projectors in the ceiling above each table. It's a neat little show. And further along that route, we get to Le Voyage by Chef Daniel Boloud, a Michelin star-winning mega chef who designs the fancier foods on board the Edge-class ships. If you want his best on the ship, here's where you go. But be prepared to shell out for it. We haven't tried that yet, so I can't say whether it's worth it or not. It is quite high-end looking, though, and gorgeous inside. And right outside here is my go-to spot every single morning, Cafe Al Baccio, for your latte, flat white, London fog needs, etc. On every cruise, I am usually on a first-name basis with everyone that works there by day 5. Up above the Martini Bar, we've got the last of the specialty restaurants on Deck 5. Fine Cut Steakhouse here, where they serve some seriously good steak. We went there for lunch on Daniella's birthday. She wanted to have a nice lunch with our son, Adam, who loves going on cruises with us, but doesn't want to be anywhere around us. That's just the way he rolls. Sebastian, who has been his main support worker for over 10 years now, comes with him. This is their 3rd time cruising with us now. On the same floor is the world-class bar, where we took a mixology class at noon on the very first full day with our friends Tim and Mel. And you can imagine how that one went. We also have Raw on 5. If you love lobster, scallops, etc., this may be the place for you. Further towards the front of the ship, we go past one of mine and Daniella's greatest weaknesses, the Future Cruise area, where you can sit down with their experts and consider booking another cruise. Consider. Doesn't mean you have to do it every time, Tom, but I do it anyway. They give you some perks like a cheaper deposit and some onboard credit to go along with it, and your travel agent still gets the credit for it too, so no worries. And here's Daniella and I booking our first Atlantic crossing cruise for our 30th anniversary coming up in November of 2027. From there, it's straight to the theater. I love the theater they have on the Edge-class ships. It's so much more modern than the typical high school gymnasium theater style you usually see. Very technologically advanced with all the tricks you can imagine for people disappearing through the floor, popping down from the ceiling. The shows are quite impressive too, I think anyway. And that basically wraps up the ship tour for the Celebrity Beyond, one of my favorite ships. And this was definitely one of my favorite cruises of all time, for very special reasons. Now, when I first put this cruise together to celebrate Daniella's birthday, we got 2 excellent surprises. First, our good friends Tim and Mel, who had never been on a cruise before, booked a cabin to go with us. And Brenda and CJ, who we had only met on our Alaska cruise in June of 2025, they said they were in right away. I was humbled by both of these couples, and I will always be appreciative of it because of the context of it. First, Tim and Mel have been friends of ours for over a decade, and we've known for years that Melanie gets motion sick, so the idea of a cruise was, rightly so, a big concern for her. But for Daniella's birthday, she said, "Screw it, I'm gonna go try." And we're so happy she did. And Brenda and CJ, we had a great time with them on the Alaska cruise, but we knew them for a few days. They're from Hawaii, and when I invited them, I had zero expectation of them flying from Hawaii to Fort Lauderdale to cruise the Caribbean for a week. It made no sense. I just invited them because I didn't want them to feel like we left them out. And when I sent out the invites, they were one of the first ones to book. Absolutely blew me away. We had a bunch of good times, starting with day 1. We stayed in the same hotel with Tim and Mel and shared an Uber over to the cruise pier to get on the ship all at the same time. Then we got to our rooms and Daniella and I quickly changed into the custom-made t-shirts I ordered for this special occasion. The best part was that Melanie was talking with us for a good 30 seconds before she even bothered to look at the new shirts we had on.
So. They've added their little touches on the inside here. They go on many cruises.
The best thing that's ever happened.
Then we met up with Brenda and CJ and started hanging out a ton from there. We ate, we drank, we danced, had midnight pizza often. We went to see CJ do his karaoke in the club. He's awesome. I can tell you, you will have a great time cruising with your special someone, but you can have an even better time cruising with special someones. I hope Brenda, CJ, Tim, and Mel had half as good a time as I did with them being there with us.
Good times, they go. You lose, you learn, move on. You need that stepping stone, and your friends still surround it. You up, you win it all. They came, you stood your ground. You earned that party now, your friends all around it. Days you'll always talk about. These the friends y'all won't fall out. These the friends do good and bad that make it count. 'Cause really in the end, to guarantee I got you. Can't name a damn thing I won't do. These the days you'll always talk about. These the friends y'all won't fall out. These the friends who good and bad, that make it count. Cause really in the end, it's all about your friends. It's all about the good times that you always reminisce. The good times in the bad, happy on your side. You know you get through it if your friends they have your back. It's all about your friends. It's all about your friends. Through ups and downs, times you made them proud. You know you'll be fine if you always keep them around. It's all about your friends. It's all about your friends.
Easily one of my favorite cruises ever. I hope you find your cruise crew, and maybe our crew will run into your crew in the future.
Always keep them around. It's all about your friends.